again. It's the Quilt Doctor. I'm sorry I have been inaccessible, unavailable for the last few months because of a kink I've had in my heart. So I'm well and back vitally interested in presenting our newest person on the block, I guess you would say. Our newest neighbor, and it is the McLean Textile Gallery. Our intention is to show visitors that visit Northern Virginia and Washington, D.C. the tremendous artist's work in this area of the country. So we had a little space and decided that we would open it to the artist world. They're contemporary artists, and we're excited already to have a group in here by the name of Loose Ends. There are 7 or 8 artists, all in all, that are presenting them. They're different techniques and of art on these long scrolls that you see. So, but we have a docent, and her name is Clara Sue Ashley. And Clara Sue, here she comes, has been with us for a long time, and we work together. And Clara Sue is going to be the docent for the Textile Gallery. Again, it's a nonprofit venue, and so we're really excited to show off. So I'll talk more about that later. Here's Clara Sue.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's take one by one, Clara Sue.
Surely. This is a beautiful iris work done by Barbara Hollinger. And the surprise in this piece is that the iris are made from color catcher sheets. It provides a little different kind of a texture.
Kidding.
Oh.
What's the background?
And the background is cotton. It's hexagons.
And
They're all
close
hand
up
pieced. And the work is hand quilted.
Oh, it's beautiful.
These leaves are silk.
I see. And it's a beautiful coloration in the background of light to darks.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
Barbara is the leader of the Loose Ends group, so she's really a fun person. So we'll come next.
Okay, we'll come on over to the next piece by Paula Golden. The Flowers in the Circle. And the purple fabric is from an old kimono. And you can see it has some shading in there where it looks like it's faded.
Sure.
That adds interest to the background.
Can you see that
And
difference?
And the stitching is hand sashiko.
What stitching?
This hand stitching these large stitches.
I see it.
Yes, it's called sashiko.
Has she done anything? So the orange circle is part of the kimono then?
No, that's machine applique.
I see. But how excellent the technique is.
She did that.
Very, very nice.
It's beautiful on that color, that purple color.
Really? Okay.
And then our next piece is by Sandy Goldman. She does a little something different. You may pick up on the fact that the flowers in the center are from a photograph. She likes to do that, I understand, is put photographs in her quilts.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen that done before.
Yeah. And
so she photographed the flowers onto the background
onto a piece of fabric.
Onto the fabric, and then
transferred it to the fabric, and then the background fabric she chose to complement the flowers.
Aren't they pretty?
Yes, and the piece is hand quilted.
It's what is that background? I wonder. Do we have?
Well, it's pieced from different fabrics.
The whole thing is pieced in different fabrics. It looks like maybe even one solid, but she pieced each color separately.
Yes.
What a good, excellent use of color. Beautiful. Sandy, let's see if I can get around here.
Sure. This piece is done by Sarah Ensminger. And it's Moon Over Water. It was influenced by a Japanese woodblock print. And as you can see, this is the reflection from the moon.
Yes.
Reflecting off of the water.
Does the camera show that?
Can you see that? And this is done by machine stitching, as well as there's some little tiny strips of fabric that she's machine stitched down there.
Goodness.
So that it would make little wider lines of reflection in there. And then the whole piece is machine quilted.
And she did the same with the branches, I bet.
Yeah, these are machine done, the little tiny branches, and the slightly wider pieces are machine stitched on.
I see. Wow, that's some cutting and stitching, and then took some intricacies. How about
we got a full moon?
The moon. I wonder what moon over Miami.
It's appliqued on machine.
Appliqued.
Done.
But it was she. What did you say? The setting might be a. Would she take it from?
I don't know where the location might be.
Yes.
It said it was inspired by Japanese woodblock print, so it must be Japanese scene.
I see.
That would be my take. And,
wonderful. If you notice, these exhibitors, artists, all have nicely located their artwork in the middle of the scroll. There's a bottom piece and a top piece to the scroll. Very, very nice.
Yeah, they all have the border at the bottom and the top.
Yes.
The Brown family.
Exactly. Well, we know that this one really.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Really lovely.
Carol Nicholas did this piece.
Blossoms.
The beading, you may see, is put on by hand. Mount Fuji and the flowers are hand painted. The palm leaves are sewn on by hand.
Wow.
The bird and the trees are sewn on by machine. This is all handwork in the background here.
And
the water.
The bird is an egret, perhaps?
No, it's a crane. Yes,
crane. I see.
And the scene was inspired by a Japanese door hanging.
And it's on silk?
I don't know if this is silk. It has
that sheen to it.
More of a texture than you usually see in silk.
I see.
It's lovely.
But it's very, very variegated.
Variegated, yeah.
Variegated into colors. Very, very nice.
Lovely. Christine Adams. And this piece has a lot of metallics in it to give it a nice sheen. And as you change the light, the look of the piece will change as well. The applique and quilting are by machine.
It's
and the
gorgeous.
batik fabrics make for an expressive scene.
I love the
There's some leaves in here that are batiks, and
various
down here
fabrics.
at the bottom. Well,
The browns and tans, blues. Exquisite, just exquisite. And the cranes. They have lots of cranes
Yes.
in the
it's a beautiful bird.
Orient. Yes. Really, really
Sewn
nice.
by machine, and these are applique by machine.
Just beautiful. Such talent.
And then our next piece is by Bunny Jordan.
Oh, my
And
favorite.
she loves bunnies.
Yeah, favorite
There's
of
three of them
everybody,
down
Bunny
here.
Jordan.
And she has a collection of bunny quilts.
And look at her bamboo. She's got
Yeah.
that down.
And this is water. This stitching gives the flow of the water in the
I see.
background.
I see.
And
It carries your eyes from the top to
it
the
has
bunnies.
lots of bamboo.
Yes, yes.
That is sweet.
Well, she's a doll anyway, and her work is always exquisite. So,
Yeah. Makes you smile to look at it.
yes. Okay, we have to go across the room now.
Okay. Our piece is done by Ricky Silva.
Have you seen her work before?
I don't recall if I've seen it before or not.
stunning.
Maybe I have, but I don't recall. The many fabrics in this work provide a perfect habitat for this large bird. It's machine quilted, and you just want to stand here and stare back at that bird.
And he's staring at us,
I
isn't
know.
he? His eyes are electric.
Oh, gee, he's in his habitat.
We're invading his space.
He's in.
Look at the textures she's put
Yes.
into the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then the texture of the bird. You want to touch him and feel his feathers.
Right.
Isn't that that's elegant.
He's very expressive.
Mhm. A joy.
Annabelle Eversole has done this piece with a lot of different pieces, like this wool roving, it's called. Guides it into the direction she wishes. And there's some down in here in the different colors. It's
see.
it's so sheer and thicker in some places than in others.
The technique is
Right,
lovely.
I'm not real familiar with that one either. And there's some little pieces of ribbon up here. All these provide different textures. And here's some hand embroidery over here with these trees. And then the painting gives and the shape to the mountains and the river flowing through.
It makes you want to visit, doesn't it? All these
Yeah, just
places.
enjoy the scene, being enraptured.
And the last one?
Yeah, the last one is by Lisa Ellis, Karen Stack.
A what? Is it?
Karen Stack.
I see.
Or Karen Stack.
I see.
Karen Stack, maybe.
K-C?
Carin.
Ah,
Karen Stack.
I see.
And then the Japanese figures stand for peace and harmony.
Oh.
And all of the stitching in this piece is by hand. All of these stitches in the
Oh my
background.
Gosh.
There, these are X's up here in this top, and French knots,
Isn't that wonderful?
and
I love
the
the
embroidery
contrast.
around, chain stitch around,
I see.
and all of these are attached with the black stitch embroidery.
I see. Every peace and harmony. Is that what it
Yes,
says?
yes.
Oh, it really induces peace and harmony.
Yes, we all need peace and harmony.
I want to thank Claire Sue so very much. We've been through thick and thin together.
Very welcome. It was a pleasure.
And it was fun doing it. And thank you to Ariana Satina for being our videographer. And we hope to do many, many more. Thank you. Goodbye.